Hey guys, King of Charms here, to be your judge, your jury, and your analyst, and today I bring to you Hyper Beam Galarian Weezing. Yes, I promise you, I've known this for a long time. When Galarian Weezing first came out, the one thing that always sticks out to me is Hyper Beam. And now that it has Fairy Wind, guess what? It is able to beam its way to victory, and I freaking love it. So, this is Galarian Weezing with Fairy Wind and Hyper Beam. It's a good feature. Also, it's kind of interesting because this team's actually pretty solid. Is it gonna get you a lot of dubs? Not, well, actually, it might actually do because I played this in Open Great League. I was surprised at how effective it worked. This is G-Weezing lead, Stunfisk as your safe switch, and, well, Galarian Stunfisk to be exact, and you have Obstagoon in the back. With the Altaria Lanturn core, you're gonna see me mention this. When I thought of it, I was like, what beats this thing? What's two things? I'm like, oh, Obstagoon. What's Ice and Grass? Obstagoon. So, yeah. Obstagoon, you didn't vote for Obstagoon. If you voted for it, well, guess what? It's incredibly powerful, good anti-meta. And combined with Galarian Weezing, you're going to see a lot of hilarious, and you might actually see some beams. So, yes, I hope y'all enjoyed this fun little... It's spicy, okay? Y'all see other people running Sludge. They ain't running Hyper Beam. Or if they're running Hyper Beam... No. This Hyper Beams. You beam. Always go for the beam. And before we get started, it's going to be my therapist mental health tip of the day. And as usual, you could skip this by going 2 minutes ahead, or you could literally go to the chapters and skip head straight to the battles. But this is self-esteem. So, a lot of y'all probably don't think you're that great because you aren't legend, etc. Or you have a hard time making legend, etc. I barely try to make legend. No, seriously, I don't try that hard to make legend nowadays. If I didn't, I wouldn't be using Hyper Beam. If I did, I wouldn't be using Hyper Beam Galarian Weezing as a freaking shoutcast for video. But self-esteem is actually very important. So, as far as my own self-esteem, I'm a freaking mental health therapist. I do really hard things. I'm a military veteran. I'm literally 1% of 99%. I have very high self-esteem and I'm very confident in my own abilities. You have to be. If you're gonna tackle mental health, and where people that are like influencers are like, oh my god, I deal with those, you're probably not, because you're not a professional. I am. So as a professional, I'm going to give you this thing. Self-esteem is very important for the therapeutic process. It can sometimes be difficult to patiently acknowledge and internalize their positive qualities to improve their self-image. This is why I don't care who I face in Go Battle League. If I face someone that's really good, fine, I'm going to kick your butt and then move on to the next one. Always have confidence in yourself and your abilities. If you find that you are lacking something, you can always work on it to reach the stars. That's why, no matter what, if you want to be legend, you always have to believe that you can beat whoever's in front of you. So, yes, that's what it is. But take a look at this worksheet. It'll help you reach your full therapeutic potential or give you good questions that I ask you is, why am I not super high on self-esteem? Without further ado, this is Galarian Weezing. Hashtag Hyper Beamed, or now hashtag Get Beamed. Fairy Wind Galarian Weezing with Hyper Beam in Open Great League. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here are the battles. So first off, we got legend on legend action right away. We got Weezing onto Ninetales. I'm not sure what the heck to do in this scenario because with Charm, yes, you resist Charm, but the problem is it takes way too long to get to a charge move. Even if it is Sludge isn't that great, but we have Hyper Beam, so our opponent switches into Swampert and eats the full play rough, thinking they were going to catch a Sludge. And then all I'm going to do is farm you down, and you're probably going to top left because you thought you were going to catch a Sludge. And that's GG's. As you see here, that's what happens when you are connoisseur of the beam. That was a terrible Why would you try to catch a Sludge with this thing? It has play rough. What if it doesn't Sludge you? As you see here, we got Lanturn next to our Obstagoon. It was a really quick... No, seriously, it was a super quick swap. They have Altaria onto G-Weezing, but the thing is, it's not even that bad, to be honest with you. And they even tried to call the bait. Sir, why would I bait you? I'm going to straight Energy Ball. The reason being is there's no point in baiting because I wall everything you have to throw at me. So, once you get one Energy Ball through, you could comfortably just Weather Ball and then get a little bit of extra farm here. That's why Obstagoon is such a beast. Because the Altaria Lanturn core is running around like crazy, Obstagoon is pretty good. Even though it's literally... This thing was meta when Weather Ball got buffed, Obstagoon became meta. And now we have already Steel. So this is Altaria. Now we gotta... Oh my god, this is perfect. Because all I have to do, I'm hoping that once I get taken out, all I have to do is show G-Fist. And once G-Fist pops its little face and flaps around on the floor, you know, like a flop, like... I don't even know how to mention it. It's pancakes, you know, okay? By the way, I like IHOP. I like IHOP. I like Cracker Barrel. I like... Wait, no. Cracker Barrel isn't IHOP. No, it's a breakfast place though, but they got some good pancakes. So as you see here, all I'm gonna do is ball up. I'm trying to fill all this dead air, okay? It's a freaking Reggie Steel. And now after we swap in G-Fist, our opponent top lefts. Thank you. Thank you for saving our time. Because it would have been over a long time ago. But yes, we just forced you. Yeah, there was no hope. Next up, we got Lanturn onto our G-Weezing. And now I have to switch, so I lose the lead here. Lanturn is a really great freaking lead against G-Weezing because G-Weezing doesn't really have anything that does super effective against Lanturn. The thing about Lanturn here, because it's Spark, I decided to switch in right away. And the thing is, the Lanturn Surf doesn't hurt a lot. And that's because G-Fist is so tanky. Now, the funny thing about that team we saw before is that G-Fist literally breaks your back row. And now G-Fist actually is arguably better now that everybody wants to use Lanturns to death. So, yeah. But we have Swampert. So I go for the Earthquake here. I'm going for the big Earthquake, and I hit it on Sableye. Our opponent's down to shield. And you can live, I can live a foul play, but I'm going to shield this anyways. The plan here is to just win back switch because all I have to do is just line up Obama against that freaking Lanturn and I'm going to do great. So Dolphins, yes, big Generation 2 Electric Dolphin is about to die. So now we're going to probably get that Lanturn in and we're going to get Surf down, but that's perfectly fine because now we win back alignment. The question is, what the hell do you have in the back? And it's an Altaria. Lanturn Alt Core with a Sableye safe switch. Why? I don't even know though. Because they actually don't know I have Obama Snow. So because I have a big core breaker to your entire line, as soon as I show Obama Snow, you're probably going to top left. Although we can only hope, right? So we send in Obama Snow and our opponent's like, oh, hi. And we have and now we have the big top half British thingy. Galarian Weezing, yeah, I really don't. The top hat is ridiculous. I love the design. It's absolutely immaculate. You know what I mean? It's such a unique mod. Like whoever decided to put a top hat on this thing, especially how high the smoking towers are, it's a freaking G-Weezing, okay? But I'm not gonna lie. When I first played Sword and Shield and I saw the design, I was like, this is actually really funny. And for the longest time, when Galarian Weezing raid day actually came out, me and my friends actually raided for the thing. Back when raiding was still cool, and yeah. And as you see here, we're just going to ball out. Our opponent lets the weather ball through because it's just a game over anyways. And there you go. It's literally just rock, paper, not really rock, paper, scissors. I won back switch, and then we had the big core breaker. And now we have another Ninetales! Are you going to try to catch a player up this time, sir? This is not Yu-Gi-Oh, okay? My body as a shield doesn't work. If you play Yu-Gi-Oh, you probably know what that card is, but that's like a few years ago. That thing was like meta. My body as a shield. And they actually don't shield. So, Ninetales actually has Psy Shock. So this is why you see me fire right away, but our opponent looks like they're going to shield or just let their whole freaking A9 go. And they decide to shield, and they send in Altaria. You already know what we're going to do. I could have sent in G-Fist, but the thing is, Obama Snow with Powder Snow doing double super effective, you're better off just running Obama Snow. And then, even if it's the Lanturn in the back, you have G-Fist or the closer. Even though they have Surf, one Earthquake will yeet that poor Dolphin from the face of the planet. And all we're going to do is we're going to get all this farm here. So you have this. You have a freaking A9 that can literally I can farm it down or just let it go. In this case, I'm just going to let it go. There's no reason for me to use anything at this point. Let Weather Ball through because no matter what happens, we live. But I'm going to fire Weather Ball anyways because they likely already have another Weather Ball stored. And if I caught them on the wrong timing or over-tapping like that, I win CMP. So Obama Snow, the good thing about Obama Snow, yes, it beats Altaria and Lanturn. It also wins CMP against a bunch of things because it is very bulky. Now we're going to go ahead and Energy Ball here, and I'm hoping my opponent doesn't do anything because I'm going to send in I'm going to just let this thing get far now and send in G-Weezing and hope they don't top left. As you see, I'm not firing a single move here. I'm going to shield this, and we're going to go straight for the freaking beam. We're going to go for the big beams, baby. That's all you do. Go for the beam and pray. Because I don't know how bulky it is, but thank God it's bulky enough to survive this. And all we're going to do is summon the beam of light and bang. Hashtag get beam, baby. There we go. There is your grand finale, and I don't know why people don't respect the beam more. You see, if you have beam, fairy, wind, it's actually really good because sludge isn't the great of a move. But you know what? We got the beams. And that's the Shoutcast. And now, this is one of the funniest things because, yes, Galarian Weezing actually walls Obstagoon. That's what I love outside of Gunk Shot. So there is one move that there are actually two moves. But if this is a cross-chop Night Slash, yeah. And as you see, my opponent tries to... What is up with people like, yo? But surprisingly enough, having Obstagoon in the back is actually really great, especially nowadays with all these freaking Swamperts, those 89 Altaria core, and yeah. Like, as soon as I saw that core, I was just like, what beats both of these? And I was like, oh, Obstagoon. Like, it wasn't even a question. And now most Swamperts are not carrying Sludge Wave because of Obstagoon. That's why I shielded. They're going to fire again here, except this is a Hydro Cannon. There's no way you get to 2 Sludge Waves, and even if you do, this won't KO. And my prediction's correct. And now we're very well set up to beam again. Yeah, Obstagoon does have a good chance against G-Fisk, but as you see here, because of we have all this extra energy, I'm going to be able to fire off 2 Weather Balls, and then we're going to start the NBA season. In this case, we're just going to end up just balling out in winter, and as you see here, Obstagoon's just getting blasted by balls. Literal weather balls. And the one thing that didn't get nerfed is Obstagoon. Obstagoon is good. We're going to let Obstagoon go here, though, because all we're going to do is send in G-Weezing, and I'm actually going to try to farm this thing down. My guess is because you fired Cross Shot on me, you don't actually have Gunk Shot. So Gunk Shot or Hyper Beam would be a huge threat. Unfortunately, it looks like our opponent doesn't have Gunk Shot or Hyper Beam, and we double resist fighting counters. I'm gonna go straight for the Earthquake right away, and then what I'm actually going to do here is I want to beam. So if we're gonna beam, how do we set up the beam in this scenario? We need to make sure they Earthquake us. So they're going to Earthquake us, which is going to happen since we're in the zeros. And then I'm hoping that it's a simultaneous KO. Simultaneous KO is worst best case scenario. So as you see here, I'm just gonna, but I end up firing this anyways. The reason I want them to actually stay in. If you're going to beam in disrespect for your opponent, you have to finesse them. So they're gonna get some extra energy here. But they actually don't get any extra energy. They fire right away, which my brain is like, why? Because you actually need 2 moves, or you need Hyper Beam, or you Gun Shot. But in this case, you don't have either one. So you know what? I'm going to beam you, and this is going to be #GetBeamed, because Hyper Beam will kill at this range, and I hope you all enjoyed this shoutcast. As you see, G-Weezing is actually pretty useful with Hyper Beam. Does it work all the time? No, but I hope you all enjoyed this shoutcast, and it was a lot of fun. And that's game. I hope you all enjoyed the beams. And mad respect to my last 2 opponents, because they literally could have just top lefted, but instead they allowed the beam to happen, in believing that somehow it will lag and they will attain victory. But yeah, I hope y'all are enjoying your season. I hope y'all are having fun. It is really early. Remember, no matter what rank you make or what elo you stop at, as long as you make legend, there is no real reason to keep on going or take a chill pill, yeah. No, seriously. Like, I've never been coached to legend. I've made my own teams consistently in the first beginning of the seasons. Still the only person to freaking make Hydreigon and break it open. And no, that will never be done again, because it was only made at the perfect times, because the reason why Hydreigon worked in Season 1 was because you didn't have Palkia with Fire Punch or Groudon with Fire Punch, or you didn't have Palkia with Aqua Tail. So once those 2 came out in Season 2, it was game over. GG's. But I had my claim to fame at least once. But yes, you can totally make it. Well, if you need a whole line of 4 to 20 people like other people do to make legend on Twitch, do what you need to do. But you can do it on your own, and you should probably do it on your own, because that's where you gain the confidence to be able to go up there on the big stage in Pokemon Worlds and battle it out. Or like in combat sports, where you kind of have no one but your coach is just yelling at you and breathing down your neck and hoping that you attain victory. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoy Season 12. It's almost going, Open Great League is going to be gone in this Thursday, and you're gonna have nothing but Ultra League for 2 weeks. So enjoy it now, because Ultra League is going to be shoved down your throats for 2 whole weeks, and then you have 1 whole week of Master League. So Great League is not coming back, or a Great League format is not coming back for another 3 weeks. So enjoy it. I hope y'all are doing well. I'll be doing more meta stuff for Great League once all 3 leagues come back. You'll see more content on that. But without further ado, I hope you enjoy this. Hope y'all enjoy the beams. Good luck on your Go Like sets. I hope you're having fun in Season 12. Like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm, and I will see y'all on the next video.